Okay, so welcome along then to ISRL Academy Tier 1 for the Australian Grand Prix here today. Should be round 2. Did get on to a little bit of a late start. Just checking a few things with our stream right now, guys. So just give me a second on that. Let's see, we just began our short qualifying session, so it's going to be 18 minutes on track for everyone to get their best lap times in, and let's see how the start of this race is going to go. Should be quite an interesting session though here at Australia. We're going to keep it on full track map for just a second, as we already have a few cars heading out. Alright guys, there we go. Having some trouble switching cameras for a second. I'm not sure why that happens sometimes. I think it should be fine for the moment there now. Alright, so 18 drivers in the session should prove for an interesting race. Almost a full grid, so can't complain about that. It's going to be quite interesting to see what the lap times are going to be here at Australia. It's been quite a while since we actually had an esports race at Australia, since most of the leagues actually started since the game came out, and I think most leagues are now going into season 2, so should be seeing a lot more of this coming very shortly. I think we have another race at Australia just after this one with the next league as well, so it's a double Australia race for today. Should be a lot of fun to watch, especially on my end. I love watching the races. So let's see who else is running on track. No lap times in as yet, as everyone's still currently on out laps, and should be getting a hot lap pretty shortly here as well. Do see quite a few names I'm familiar with. Some of the names I'm not familiar with as yet, guys. Do forgive me if I do end up getting the PSA names wrong. I'm just going to turn the mic off for just a second while I just check on something. Alright guys, sorry about that. So we seem to have some lap times coming in now. So we got Bait on top of the leaderboard right now with a 121.5. Let's see, how am I going to pronounce this one? So Liu with a 122.4. Let's see who's going to come in with another lap time pretty shortly here. Who am I following? So we're on with Sprunky right now. Let's see when he's finishing his lap. Oh, there we go. Rasta with a 121.4. 1/10 better off than Bait there. So quite some interesting lap times we're going to be seeing. I assume probably from the 121s going all the way maybe to 125s will be an average. Maybe that's the gap we're going to be looking at here today. Guessing 121s are going to be where it's at if you want to be starting at the front. Not sure if we're going to actually be getting into the 120s here today. Being into the short qualifying session. Well, let's see how well these guys are going to do on the session. Oh, and that's a 122.6 for him. Senator at 123. Starmark with a 124. I got Freeman with 125. Marky now on his outlap. I got Poison on an outlap as well. Scotty's still in the pits. Got Durant and Greenwell still in the pits as well. So about half the grid yet to make some times. I think a few guys should actually be coming in with the lap times pretty shortly. Let's see where Mushroom is at right now. He is currently in sector 3 going, should be finishing his lap shortly, as we're going to follow on board with him for just a bit in the racing point, and let's see what sort of time he's going to be making. I'm not sure if he's on a fast lap still. It does seem like he will be finishing this lap, so let's see where he goes. or if he's going to just try another lap here. Let's see what happens. Okay, that was a bit of a bad lap for him, so it's a 128. Wasn't going too fast on that. I think he's trying for a better lap here now, though. Going pretty well so far. I'm going to stay on board with Mushroom as he goes around Australia. This one is usually a little bit interesting. Not always easy to get it right. Of course, the most important thing for these drivers right now is to avoid cutting the corners and invalidating the lap times, because that's just going to put some added pressure on them. And that was a proper sector 1 off of Mushroom's lap there. Let's see if he can actually keep that momentum going through on sector 2. His car placement seems to be pretty decent so far. Actually, pretty good, I would say. Oh, and yes, a little bit too much into that curve and lost it there, invalidating that lap. So that's going to have to go again. I think he's on for a pretty good lap there, though. He's definitely going to have to probably go in back the pits and get a fresh set of tires and try that again. I think Marky invalidated his lap as well. I'm on the green one. He's on an out lap still. I got Durant. He's just out of the pits here. So he'll be starting his lap pretty shortly. I got Scott in the house. I think he's about to get started with his lap here right now. So currently Rasta holds P1 with a 121.4. Not a bad time from him. Bait in second right now, 121.5. Again, do forgive me if I get the PSN names wrong. Atmos with a 121.6. Just 1/10 off of Bait there as well. Poison in P4, 122.1. Some very interesting lap times. And I'm just saying Liu for now for P5, 122.4. Anyone want to help me with that PSN name in chat? Feel free to. Sprunky in 6th with a 122.6. Sanat 7th, 123. Maverick in 8th, 124 currently. And let's see. Hold on, I'm just making sure this function is working. It does give me some trouble sometimes to switch between different camera views for some reason. I'm not sure why. Seems to be fine. Alright, so where are we? I think we're just at Maverick. So Luciana is in 9th with 124.4. Someone just invalidated. Who was that? I think that was Scotty. Switch on to Duran there. So Starmark in 10th, 124.6. Freeman 11th, 125. And Mushroom still at 128. I think he definitely needs to make a better lap than that. I think let's see, he's in the pits right now. He's going to be getting up back pretty soon. He did mess that lap up just a little bit, taking a little bit too much curb on that corner. Also going to be seeing quite a mix of strategies with some of the cars. As you see, some cars are running on soft, some are going to be running on mediums. So we got Marky, Phoenix, Cody, and Cervanta yet to make lap times. So we're just waiting on that to come in. Oh, and Freeman is out of the session. Might have crashed it. Still about 8 minutes left. I'm quite sure he's not satisfied with that time. quite a few times switching. Phoenix were going up all the way to P4 now, 121.6. Good time off him. Durant went into P1 with a 121.1. Actually getting pretty close to those 120s. You might actually be able to see one of those coming close to the end of this session. Maybe. We're going to have a look, see what's going to happen there. Let's see what Mark is up to. He's running in a Williams. Just went into P2 with a 121.199. Not too far off of Durant there, so not a bad lap time from him. It's quite interesting for a start here at Australia. I got Mushroom on another outlap right now. And I think quite a few cars down the field are currently running on hot laps right now. See, I think he got bait on a hot lap in his Ferrari right now. I'm going to follow him around a bit, see what he's up to here. Trying to improve on that 121.2, maybe trying to get into 120 here. If he can, definitely a safe zone to be in. Alright, let's see. I don't think he's finishing that lap, so let's get on back to someone else who's currently running. I think Sprunky might be on another lap going here. Has a lot of traffic in front of him here, though. Hopefully everyone gets out of the way in time. I think there's a car in front of him pulling to the side as well. That's Mushroom's car. So Mushroom has not yet had any much luck getting a good lap time in. He's still going to have to try and work on that. Oh, getting a bit wide on that corner. Getting back into the pits there. Alright, so this is Sprunky's teammate Poison. Let's see what he's up to. He was higher up in the field but got pushed down a bit. We got Durant still holding provisional pole for now with a 121.129. Quite an interesting lap time. Let's see where Poison goes on the board. Not sure if he did any proper sectors on this lap here. Oh, and goes way better, way into the 120s, 120.6. That is an incredible lap from Poison. They're putting themselves up into a provisional pole for now. Not too bad. I'm happy we actually caught that lap there. So let's see what's going to happen next. Let's see who else is currently running. I think Stormark might be on a lap. Yep, definitely he is flying right now. And I see Poison is happy with his time that he just made. So he's not going to be doing anything more for the session. With just about 4 minutes remaining. So not a lot of time for Scotty and Savanta there to get some lap times in here. And for Mushroom to improve on his lap time. I think he can probably make it in the top 3 with it. Based on the performance he was doing on track, just has to try and get a perfect lap in, which even at Australia is not always easy to do. This track can be a bit demanding on cars and on drivers as well. Oh, getting a little bit off, losing some time there. I don't think that's going to be a better lap, so he's going to go into the pits on that one. Following along with Greenwell right now. Let's see if he's going to be able to make a better time, move himself up from being in 13th for the start of this race. Haven't seen Sorbanta get out of track as yet. That's the other racing point. Yet to see him make a lap time. His teammate Mushroom is still yet to make a better lap than the 128. Not sure what's happening on the team there at the moment. Hopefully they do get out before timer runs out. Oh, and that's an invalidation there. So gonna have to try and go again on that one. Lap 14 with a pretty bad lap here though, 124.4. He's going to want to improve on that for the start of this race if he's going to stand a chance of getting into the points with it. Starting on 15th at Australia doesn't really guarantee you a good spot even after turn 1. There might be a little bit of chaos going into that turn. We're not 100% sure on that as yet. But from recent events, it does tend to cause a few incidents. Sometimes we might be able to see a VSC. Could even go as far as having a safety car depending on how bad the incidents are going through here. So he's really going to want to try and improve on that time. We got Mushroom back on another outlap right now. Let's see what he's up to, if he's going to be able to improve on his time. I think like 14 might be going for it again. Trying to have a look if he's going to... Yep, he definitely is pushing for another lap on these tires here. I'm going to keep following him around. Let's see if we can actually get a better lap in at 124. A lot of these drivers, I'm quite sure, are capable of doing better than a 122, even though it's on the 124 right now, or even up to a 121. But doing it in a session such as this one is not always as easy as you would expect it to be, because you do have to avoid invalidating your lap. I'm going to be switching back to Mushroom in just a bit to see what's happening on his side of the garage, because I'm not sure what's up with Sarbante, if he has a quali ban for this session. If that's why he's not getting out to make a lap time, I have absolutely no idea right now, but maybe we'll get some information on that maybe a little bit later in the session. Goes up into 14th, 123.016. Not too bad for an improvement, but just one spot up. I think it would have been 2 spots. I think someone just got knocked out. No, it was just 1 spot up. Not sure if he's going to try for another lap on this occasion here, because this is going to be his final lap if he's actually going to be trying for it. Let's see what Mushroom is up to at the moment. So in the meanwhile, we're following with Mushroom. The timer is about to end there, so anyone who hasn't passed the line before it runs out will not get to make another lap. That's going to be it for qualifying for them. I think quite a few drivers are out on track right now doing a lap there though. Some are quite finished. So as it stands, Poison holds provisional P1. Marky starting on the front row with him. Bait and Durant on the second row. We got Phoenix and Sanat on the third row, and Rust and Greenwell on the fourth. And Atmos and Scotty on the 5th row of the grid. That completes our top 10 for the moment. I'm not sure if we're going to have any more changes going through. And there we go, another change. So Mushroom goes up into P3, 120.8. It was just about him getting a good lap in, and he just got it in on the very last lap that he was able to do. So good job on him for actually getting it there. So that's 1 racing point up for the second row of the start of the Australian Grand Prix here today. Hopefully be able to make some points. I'm not sure how well his teammate is going to fare down at the bottom, be able to start from there in 18. Of course, we've seen a lot of turnarounds on these esports events. Drivers do tend to even work their way up from there, getting all the way up into the points, even getting onto the podium. So it should be interesting to see if that actually can happen. Maybe you can get driver of the day for doing that. And I think we're just about to end of qualifying here. Now, I'm not sure who else is running. I think Phoenix. Oh, he's invalidated his lap, so he's not going to be able to finish that lap there. That's going to be it for him. And let's see if Libo is running. I don't think he's running a hot lap there, so that is probably going to be it for qualifying here at Australia. I don't know. It seemed to pass by just very quickly, that 18 minutes for a short qualifying session. Well, we did get some quite a few interesting lap times. We got 3 120s out of it, so not bad lap times off of these drivers here. It does show how fast they are actually going to be in the race as well. So I think we should have some stiff competition as well, because pretty strong front row, and then the midfield all being in the 121s. Should be quite interesting battles happening in the midfield there as well. We're going to try and follow as much as we can on the race start here. As usual, we do. So hopefully we catch everything, including any incidents that might actually happen on the start of the race. All right, so that's the result for our short qualifying session, 18 minutes. We got Poison starting on P1, Mark is going to start P2, Mushroom starting P3, Bait in P4, Durant P5, Phoenix 6, Sanat is 7th, we got Rasta in 8th, Greenwell in 9th, Atmos is in 10th, got Scotty in 11th, Sprunky is 12th. We got Live with 13, Starmark is 14, Lock 14, 15, and Maverick is 16th. We got Freeman is 17, and Sorbante didn't make a lap time. He's starting in 18th in that racing point. Hopefully he's going to be able to work his way up the field. And let's see how the start of this race is going to go. We got about 10 seconds more before this screen goes away. Not too much of a big gap between everyone here for qualifying. Going at least until maybe about, who's in 14th Starmark there, so about 2 seconds. So I think it should be an interesting start of the race. Hopefully not any serious incidents to take any cars out of the race at the start. I mean, sometimes it is a lot of fun to watch, but you tend not to want to see too many crashes. I do like to see clean racing, so hopefully that's what we're going to have happen. I'm not sure if we're going to have any incidents on the start of the race into turn 1 and 2, but let's see if we end up having a VSC or not. Alright guys, so everyone is currently off on the formation lap. They're one lap around the track to just get those tires a little bit warm as much as they can. Of course, warming the brakes up as well for the start of this race. Of course, they want as much traction as possible for the start of the race. You don't want cold tires on this one, otherwise it's going to lead to a lot of problems, a lot of incidents, as everyone is going to be trying to get or keep that position change. As usual for the start of the race, let's see who's going to be changing what positions. It's not always easy to call everyone out, so I just leave it there, at least for lap 1. And then we'll switch that off to tires to see what everyone is currently running on. Actually, as they're going wrong, we probably can just switch that for the second. Let's see. So everyone currently starting on softs except for the Maverick there, who is currently going to be starting on medium. So he's running quite a different strategy. So he's going to be someone to actually keep an eye on, because doing a strategy on those mediums, meaning he is definitely going to be having faster tires coming down to the end of the race possibly there. So we're going to have a look at how that goes for him. Should be quite an interesting strategy. Everyone else running on the same strategy. Of course, that might change if we do have a VSC or a safety car. Guys are going to be trying to take an early pit stop if needed, especially if they do have some damage. They're actually going to be forced to do that. So let's see how that goes as soon as we get started here. They're already in sector 3 going around, and we should be reforming on the grid pretty shortly. Does seem that Sorbante is disconnected and probably is not getting back on, which might explain why he wasn't participating in qualifying. So that explains a lot, if that's what's happening. Let's get him back out in front. I'm trying to get a front view angle. Not getting one as yet. We'll be getting one in a second. Alright guys, here we go. We're about to get started. There we go. That's the view I wanted. Guys, they're off. Let's see what's going to happen going into turn 1. Forget the leaderboard at the side. It's just going to be mixed up at the moment because I'm not even sure what's happening, if everyone's disconnected or not. Or if it's just getting crazy. So we're going to have to ignore that leaderboard for just a second. I thought that glitch was fixed. Obviously not. Thank you, Codemasters. Great job. We're gonna have to just wait for a minute for that to get sorted out before we actually start calling out what's actually happening here on screen at the moment. And I think we're about to get sorted here now. Yep, we are good. We're back showing lap 1 now, showing position changes. And let's switch it off the tires to see what's happening down at the back. Not too much position changes going at the start, which means everyone actually went through pretty well. Which is not bad for a start of the race here. We got Durant just right up to the rear of Poison right now, trying to get past. Might be trying to look for a gap here. Not going to be easy on the first few laps, of course. Just using his ERS or his overtake. No DRS at the moment until we get to lap 3. So he's going to have to just depend on his driving skills and that overtake button for the moment. Of course, Poison has his overtake to use as well, so it's on an even playing field for the moment here. Poison with the fastest lap so far in that Alpha with a 130.9. Not too bad from him. Trying to follow on. Let's see who is close to... We got a lot of close gaps actually throughout the field at the moment. So not too easy to keep our eyes on as we go around. We're just going to try and follow as much as we can. I think got lap 14 getting very close to Maverick there as well. So quite a decent gap. When I say decent, I just mean like very short. We just have about half a second between most of these cars going through. Going back up to Markey in P3 was getting very close to Duran there in second. Might be trying to get a second place and then head out for the lead of the race. I think he is about pulling very close up to that Red Bull. Might be trying for a move. He does have to look for an open gap though and try to get this done as cleanly as possible to avoid any penalties, as we're seeing Atmos getting a 3-second penalty there. Not going to go too well down at the finish of the race for him. I think the Mercedes are overtaking each other. The Sana just went up into P4. Phoenix down into P5 now. Not sure if that's team orders or just one is faster than one. What's happening there? And I think the other Mercedes is Phoenix is under threat by Scott now. Yeah, I think he's in a Haas running. Yes, he is, because he's creeping up on him at the moment. So he's going to want to be careful. Oh, and Poison leading the race, getting a 3-second penalty. I think he's under a bit of pressure. Oh, and that's a Mercedes into the wall. That's Phoenix out of the race there, I think. I'm not sure if he's out or he just has some serious damage. Doesn't seem to be out as yet, just has severe damage. We might have a VSC for that incident. I'm not sure as yet if it's serious enough to go for a safety car. Oh, actually, just yellow flag is fine. I think the car is off track, so we're going to be good to go again. So only one Mercedes left in the race. That's Sanat right now running. Not sure who caused that incident there. That was just a regular racing incident. That will probably investigated at the end of the race. But we're going to continue on with everyone we currently have. We got Marky getting very close to Durant right now. So serious battle between Red Bull and Williams at the moment. Let's see who comes out on top of this. Marky's going to want to be careful not to cut track and get any penalties. Trying to chase down Durant here. Not going to be worth it at all. Even if you do get that position away from him. Of course, Durant is under pressure here now as well. He has to be careful as well just to avoid leaving a gap open for Marky to get past him. Poison trying to build a gap out front. Now, of course, he has that 3-second penalty to worry about, so he's definitely going to want to try and start build a gap out front, as I think DRS should be enabled on this lap. And we have Marky going alongside Durant, going side by side, getting in front of him before getting into turn 1. So getting that move cleanly done. Seems to have a lot more straight line speed than the Red Bull. So Durant now down into P3. He's going to have to try and get that position back, as we have Phoenix getting into the pits to fix his car from the damage he sustained into the wall there now. He's all the way down into 15, losing a lot of positions from that incident there. Still got Poison with a 1.2 second gap. away from Markey. Durant with a 3-second penalty. They're now trying to chase back down Markey for that second place. Garner a little pressure. Has Sanat in the Mercedes getting very close up to behind him right now as well. Scotty getting close with the Haas as well. So it's quite a big battle happening out in front for some podium points here. Oh, and we got Sprunky getting very close to Atmos right now. So Ferrari under a little pressure here as well. Oh, we got like a 3-second penalty there. And he's running just behind Sprunky coming. I think he's trying to get in on this battle here as well. Gotta say, Alfa Romeo team is doing pretty well in this race so far. Because we got Poison leading the race and Sprunky running in P7. So not doing bad. Atmos with another 3-second penalty. That's 6 seconds of penalties for him so far. He is coming under pressure from Sprunky, who is now trying to get past. Oh, and Sprunky goes wide, trying to pull that move off. I think that was pushing the Ferrari off track a little bit as Libo gets past both of them in all of that chaos happening there whilst they were fighting for position. So Libo up into P6 now. Atmos down into P7. Sprunky running P8 at the moment. They're still chasing each other down, but Libo got past quite easily in the McLaren there. He is going to have to try and get ahead and catch up to Scotty out in front. I'll try and focus on Atmos to see if we can see anything happen, if he's actually catching up to Libo to get past him again. Not sure. Both McLarens currently running in the points because we got Starmark in 9th. So not too bad of a job he's doing there. Got Mushroom running in the 11th right now. Like 14 and 12. So he's been made of some places starting from 15th. I think Libo in that McLaren is about to get under some serious pressure here from Atmos and Sprunky as well, because they're both chasing him down. Oh, and we got Sprunky trying to get past Atmos, going side by side with him into turn 1. Let's see who comes out of this. He's going to have the inside line. He might be forcing the Ferrari off a little bit. No, he doesn't actually get it done. So Sprunky's up to 7. Atmos down into 8 now. So excellent racing from the guys so far. I got Mushroom into the pits. Is he serving? He's serving a penalty, I think. Or no, I think I'm not even sure if he served a penalty there or not. So as it stands, Poison leads this race. Into lap 6 we go. He's 2.2 seconds ahead of Markey. We got Durant chasing down Markey there, who is in third right now. Markey in second. Sanat running in third still. And we got Scotty running behind Sanat, getting very close to the Mercedes right now. Might be putting him under some pressure. Oh, that could have been a serious incident. Was actually very lucky for Sanat, who pulled to the right there. Actually lucky for Scotty there, because he would have lost his entire front wing going into the back of the Mercedes. That was actually a pretty close one. Not sure what happened there between Scotty and Sanat. It did seem like Sanat was giving back a position. Might have done an illegal overtake. If that was the case, I'm not 100% sure on that. Let's see where Sanat is going right now. He is driving perfectly fine. Not sure what happened on that occasion there. I can only suggest. Got Sprunky getting very close to Libo right now. He is trying to make up some positions. Oh, and that's him into the wall. That car is out of the race for sure. That moves a few drivers up. Bait into 9, Starmark into 8. Atmos taking his 7th and going with that there now. Libo stays in 9th, and that's going to be a full-on safety car for that incident there. This might actually trigger a few pit stops here. Not sure about the guys running out front, but I'm quite sure between the midfield going down to the back, there definitely is going to be a few pit stops happening as cars are going to be approaching the pits. As we see, I think maybe that's Mushroom getting, no, that's actually Banta's car getting into the pits there right now. So anyone currently approaching the pits will be on easy way to just get into the pits and get a pit stop done. Not sure what's going to happen out front. Let's follow along with Poison. Let's see if he's going to do a pit stop here or not under the safety car. I think it's all going to be dependent on Poison if Marky is going to pit or not. He's going to be watching what's happening out in front of him. Durant chasing them down as well here. And Scotty and Sanat behind them. Everyone's going to be watching on the leader actually to decide whether they're going to be taking a pit stop or not. Because it does actually determine whether you actually take over the leader. Oh, and Poison has pitted. He is into the pits. We got Mark in the pits as well. Durant in the pits. Scotty as well. And Sanat as well. Let's see if Libo's getting... Everyone's currently pitting. Got Atmas going into the pits as well. So that pit lane is going to be very busy right now. We got Stormhawk probably going into the pits here as well. Yes, he is. Bait is in as well. Maverick trying to follow. So top half of the grid already pitting under the safety car. Let's see if the Maverick Knock 14 going downwards is going to be pitting as well. No, they are not, which means Maverick is about to lead this race. If he comes back in front, no, we got to get a few cars out. So Poison continues to lead the race there. Going on hards, which means they're going to be going to the end of the race on those tires. They're definitely not doing another pit stop. So that pit stop works out pretty well for them under the safety car. Poison continues to lead the race. Marky in second, Durant in third, Scotty in fourth, Sanat in fifth, Libo in sixth. Maverick now goes up to 7 though. Atmos in 8th, Starmuck in 9th, and we got Mushroom in 10th. But Maverick did not do a pit stop, so he's still gonna have to do a pit stop at some point. I think he was the one driver that started this race on the medium tires compared to everyone else, so I think he's probably trying to push it a little bit more before going on to an next set of tires here. I'm just wondering if he's trying to do a medium soft strategy, which is going to be a little bit tricky to do here in terms of having the safety car here now, because he's going to be losing position when he does decide to do that pit stop. So we got Mushroom in 10th, Bait in 11, Log 14 in 12. We got Greenwell running 13th now, Phoenix in 14th, and Rasta in 15th. I think Sarbantes' car is still disconnected. I think this will probably just be ignored out of the results down at the end. And Freeman running 17, which should be moved up to 16 probably there. Going back out front, so we still got, let's see what's happening. So I still got Freeman to pit. No, he pitted already. Went on the softs before. I think he pitted just at the start of that safety car, which would explain why he's already done one lap on those tires there. So I'm probably doing a 2-stop with him. Durant is out of the race. Not sure what just happened there. And there is his car. I'm not sure what happened to Durant's car, but he is currently out of the race for some reason. His car is DNF on the middle of the track, which might actually increase the time that we have to be under the safety car. Durant is disconnected out of the session because we've just migrated to another host. So 2 drivers out of the session, Sprunky and Durant. Not sure exactly what happened to Durant's car there. We might be getting more information on that a little bit later, not sure as yet. Okay, so still going to be on the safety car for just about 2 more laps, average 1 or 2 more laps or so here before we do get back to racing. So we're just going to follow along with everyone as they will be weaving around the track just a little bit, just to keep those tires warm as much as they can, and the brakes as well, and maybe just cool off the engine, maybe just a little bit, because we should be getting back to racing pretty shortly. We'll have that indication from race control, and that's 5 seconds to Rasta's time there with a severe collision with Phoenix's car. It is actually quite easy to bump into the car in front of you, and it does cause you a 5-second penalty if you do that when you're running under a safety car, because F1 drivers are just not used to driving this slow. Okay, so let's see how field stands so far. So now that everyone has done their pit stops that they needed to do, we got Poison still leads, Mark in second, Scotty third, Sana still running fourth, Libo now in fifth, Maverick up into sixth, still has to do that pit stop as yet. Haven't seen him made an attempt to do it as yet. We got Atmos running in 7th right now. Starmuck in 8th, Mushroom in 9th, Bait in 10th. So all of these guys are going to be looking to move up a position when Maverick does pit, if they actually know that he has to pit, which I think some of them might actually know, especially the driver behind him. Got 14 in 11. He got Greenwell in 12. Oh, and we're back racing again, so let's see what's happening out front. I didn't even notice the indication that we're going back as yet. My bad on not paying attention to that. Alright, so front row got passed very clean. Let's follow with Libo as he's getting very close to Sana there right now, trying to catch up. Trying to get as best of an overhead view as we can here as these cars go around. Everything seems to be going pretty well so far as we're following with Mushroom right now, getting very close to Bait. Oh, and both Ferrari is in front of him, so he's going to want to be a little bit careful about that. I think the Ferrari might actually be battling each other here right now as well. Not sure what's happening. Bait moves up ahead of his teammate Atmos there now. They've done that switch without any incident, and we got Mushroom getting past Atmos there as well. So Atmos seems to be having some trouble with that car, getting down into 9th and having another penalty there as well. That's about 9 seconds of penalties I've seen him had so far. I got Bait getting very close to Maverick right now, though. Maverick is on much older tires. Of course, it's still mediums, but still 9 laps into them. I'm not sure if he has as much grip as Bait is having on those fresh hard tires right now, which might be a little bit more. And I think he's going to be using as much overtake as he can to try and get past Maverick, if it's possible, going into turn 1. I don't think he's going to be close enough, though. He's going to have to probably wait until DRS is enabled again to try this and have a good go at him. Gap seems to be increasing a little bit, following with Libo right now as he's chasing down Sanat here. Well, battle has actually been going on since the start of the race a little bit, since they've been behind with each other. So gaps are going to be going and coming just a little bit as everyone is pushing as hard as they can. I'm just still quite interested to see when Maverick is going to do that mandatory pit stop that he has to do. Following out front with Marky right now, chasing down Poison, half a second behind. Has a lot of time left to do this. Of course, I highly doubt either of them going to be taking another pit stop, so he's going to want to be a little bit cautious about how much pressure he's going to put on those tires on the car. Going down to the back of the field, let's see, we got Bait getting very close to Maverick. Not yet able to find a gap to go on here, but I think he's looking for it. Oh, Maverick locking up those rear tires just a little bit. I think Bait has gotten a lot bit closer, as much as he's wanted actually. DRS is now going to be enabled, so he's using all the overtake he possibly has to go into turn 1. Quarter of a second close, so it's actually close enough to have a move done pretty shortly. As going around the next occasion, if he can keep close enough, he should have. Oh, I think he was trying to squeeze for a gap there. Not close enough to get it done though, or just not enough of a gap to go on. He's just going to have to hope that Maverick actually makes a mistake on those worn-out tires right now. And I think we got Mushroom putting Bait under some serious pressure right now. Bait with a 3-second penalty there. Might have been tapped from behind by Mushroom, not sure as yet. Trying to follow along with Mushroom's car right now. He's extremely close to Bait, so a good freeway battle going on for 6th. Oh, as we get along with Bait, he's going side by side with Maverick. Might be a dangerous spot to pull this off in. Hopefully no one caught the corner on that occasion. And has DRS, definitely going to go for it now. Seems to be getting past before we get into that turn. I think Mushroom is going to be pushing for get into on this as well. Oh, Mushroom almost losing it there. Gets past Maverick as well. So that battle between Bait and Mushroom still will continue, because Mushroom is fast to get onto that battle in front with him. Still the gap under a second between Poison and Marky out in front. So Poison might be losing the race win here today because I know he has a 3-second penalty, and Marky, I'm not sure if he has any. I can't recall him having a penalty as yet. So that's actually going to put a lot more pressure on Poison right now. Oh, and that's Mushroom losing it there. Oh, no damage as yet. Definitely some damage now, and I think that's taking Atmos out of the race. That was unavoidable. I assume it should have been. Mushroom losing his entire front wing. He's still in the race though. He will get to go into the pits and get her back again. Of course, Atmos is out of the race. His car getting straight into Mushroom's car coming across the track. I don't think Mushroom had any control of that car, so I don't think that was unavoidable. That might be deemed a racing incident there. It still might be investigated at the end of the race. I'm not sure as yet. And we are under another safety car for that incident happening there. That was quite an accident. So out front, Poison is not going to be too happy about this because it means that Marky just keeps to get closer to him, stays right under a second behind him because we're going to go under safety car right now. Not sure if anyone is actually going to do a pit stop. Maverick might have a chance here to do a pit stop under the safety car. Let's see if he's going to do it. And he does. I assumed as much. Alright guys, so we're gonna follow along with safety car for maybe another 2 laps or so. So I noticed a few pit stops happened while we're under the safety car going, so that's probably gonna help them a little bit. So Mushroom definitely had to pit, had no front wing to go with, so hopefully is able to make it up into the top 10 before the end of the race, because we're gonna have maybe just under 10 laps left actually. No, actually less than that. No, a little more, sorry. My bad, I was just counting a bit wrong. So there's going to be about 14 laps remaining after we get to the end of the safety car here. So still about half the race to go. So hopefully enough time for Mushroom to make it up into the points. Oh, he's getting a 3-second penalty there. That's not going to go too well for him. Poison is going to want to try and hope and pray that we don't have another safety car or VSC after this one, because he's really going to have to try and build a gap against Marky in P2 right now, because he has to get rid of that 3-second penalty by making just over a 3-second gap between himself and Marky there. Scotty running P3 right now. I'm not sure if he has any penalties or not, but he's doing pretty well there. Final podium position for him either way. Well, if he can keep close enough to Marky and Marky keeps close enough to Poison, and Poison might just go all the way down to P3, or even worse if these gaps keep us close as they are right now. So Poison is going to be under a lot of pressure when we get back to racing here. He's going to have to try and increase the gap as much as he can. Marky and Scotty are going to be putting a lot of pressure on him. I'm quite sure Marky knows about the penalty, and Scotty, well, he was probably know if Marky has any. Sanat running in P4, got Libo in P5, Bait in 6 right now. He's running pretty well up there. Stalmark running good in 7 there as well. Luck 14 got all the way up into 8 right now. Doesn't have to do another pit stop. He started in 15, so doing pretty well. Sarbantis car in 9th. I assume he's still disconnected. Haven't checked as yet. Maverick now running in 10th. And we got Phoenix in 11, Mushroom 12, Greenwell 13th, and Freeman in 14th. So we got Atmos out of the race after getting an incident with Mushroom's car there, which was, I assume, was unavoidable. Rasta is out of the race. Durant is out of the race. Apparently dropped his controller for some apparent reason. And then Sprunky is out of the race. His car went into the wall, not too far into the start of it. So 4 drivers out. We still got 14 drivers remaining. Still an excellent race to go here on lap 15 right now, running behind the safety car. And we get an Alfa Romeo leading the race. A Williams running in 2nd and a Haas running in 3rd. Mercedes running in 4th. McLaren in 5th. And we got a Ferrari in 6th. Starmark, I think, is the other McLaren running in 7th. Got a Renault running in 8th. Racing Point running in 9th. Not going to be counted. Other Racing Point in 12th. Maverick, I think, is the other Haas running in 10th. And Phoenix, I think, is the other Mercedes running in 11th. No, sorry, I think Maverick is the Williams and Greenwell is the other Haas. My bad, I was just looking at the colors a bit wrong there. We should be getting back to racing pretty shortly. Safety car is back in. So I assume we're getting back racing here now. And there we go, we are back to racing. Let's see what's going to happen going into turn. I got a few positions changing already out front. Oh, we got Libo getting up a position. I got Cervantes' car losing some positions there, as he is still disconnected. Quite a few cars bunched up in the middle here. Both Racing Points running together there right now. I think one is still disconnected. Let's have a look. Yeah, he is still disconnected. He should be ghosted and everyone should be able to get through just fine. Oh, Lock 14 getting very close to the McLaren of Starmark there. Oh, and he has Maverick for company just behind him as well, so that's not going to go too well for him. Oh, a Racing Point of Mushroom comes up behind, gets past into 9th now, Maverick down into 10th. I think Greenwell just got past Maverick there as well. Maverick might be having some problems with his car. Freeman getting past him as well. Getting back up to Mushroom as he's chasing down Luck 14 now. Let's see if that's going to be a pass happening or not. I don't think we have DRS enabled back as yet. They get a better exit off of that turn. From what I noticed, they're trying to get around. He's going to go side by side with Luck 14 into turn 1. Let's see who has better straight line speed and who's going to come out of this in front. Might have to hold it there for now. Not a close enough gap to go on. Didn't want to take the chance running into turn 1 and losing that 9th position. Sorry, the 10th position there. Oh, he's lost a position still. He's down into 10th now. Greenwell up into 9th. Didn't even notice how that one happened. Greenwell fighting with Luck 14. Anyway, Luck 14 gets out into 8th. Greenwell down into 9th now. I got Bait getting very close to Libo. See what's happening out here. Fighting it out for P5. Maverick getting a 3-second penalty. Now running lap 17. DRS should be enabled again. I think the Ferrari is trying to take a different line from the McLaren right now, but Bate is doing an excellent job keeping very close to Libo's car, just looking for a gap to go on. Australia's not always an easy track to overtake on, as you would expect. Some corners are just a little bit too difficult to find the correct gap to go on. You just want to be so careful just to avoid any damage from the car in front of you and getting invalid lap, because it does mean you might get a penalty for that. If not, a warning. Oh, there we go. DRS is now enabled again. I got Greenwell getting very close, going side by side with Mushroom right now. Let's see who's coming back on top of this one. Oh! And that's a half straight into the wall. He might have taken some damage from that there. I assume that was his car into the wall. Yes, it was. And I think he might be missing portions of that front wing. Both end plates seem to be gone. I'm not even sure if both are gone as yet, or it's just the one. Have some significant left side damage there though. Down into 13th. I don't know if his brake didn't work going into that turn or not. Something seemed to have gotten wrong there though. Bates running in 6th right now. Let's see what's happening with him out front. Oh, we got Markey just half a second behind Poison right now, chasing him down for the lead of the race. So that battle is still going on. I think it's going to go down all the way to the end, as we got just about 10 laps more racing left. Markey's going to have DRS on this occasion going. Bait with a 3-second penalty. They're not going to go too well for him. He's going to want to improve, make a better gap between the cars behind him and himself. Marky's going to have to try and find something here to try and get closer to Poison to have a go at him. Of course, Poison doing an excellent job driving out front, keeping Marky behind. That gap is breaking down a little bit more, but how much does it need to go before Marky actually gets to make a move here? You're going to want to be careful about how much of his overtake he uses on certain parts of this track, and just try to keep as close as he can to Poison. Oh! And that's Marky out of the race. I think he might have pushed it just a bit too hard. That's going to be another safety car. Poison now has a gap between himself and Sanat, but of course the safety car is going to change things here now. We might be seeing another set of pit stops happening here, I'm not sure as yet. With 10 laps more to go, some of these cars might want to try and get on a faster tire. They might be switching to medium, those on the hards. A few of them, we'll see what's going to happen. So Sanat is now up into P2. We got Libo running P3 now, Bait in P4 now, Starmark up into P5, Log 14 up into P6. Scotty in 7, Mushroom in 8, Maverick 9, Freeman 10, Greenwell is now 11th. We got Sorbanta and Phoenix's car will move up a position there, as well as Marky's car moves down. So 3 safety cars for the Australian Grand Prix here. Not a weekend you expect to see happening for them. I'll be honest, I did expect at least 1 safety car in a VSC, not 3 safety cars, so quite interesting to see that happen. That's a 5-second penalty for speeding the pit lane for Poison there, who took a pit stop. He was leading the race. Now he has about 8 seconds of penalties. I'm not sure if he's serving the 5-second here. No, he's not. He will have to do it on another occasion if he does pit again, which I don't think he will be able to do again. So that's going to be added to his race time down at the end. I'm not sure how well that pit stop was for, in terms of a good idea. I'm not sure how good of an idea it was. Sanat stayed out. There's just going to be about maybe 8 or 9 laps left of racing here. I'll be honest with you, I would have thought it probably would have been better to just stay out and push it to the end on the tires that you're currently on. I think the tires can make it. Log 14 with a 5-second penalty, ignoring yellow flag. It's so easy to get the penalties in this game right now when you're under a safety car. So Sanat now leaves the race in a Mercedes. We got Libo in a McLaren in P2, Bait in a Ferrari running P3. They've all stayed out. Starmuck stayed out as well in P4 now. Log 14 in P5, Scotty in P6. They all stayed out for top 6, so they're now going to be staying in those positions for now at least, until we get back racing again. Poison was leading the race, came out in P7. Running on mediums now. How many positions will he be able to make up when we do get started back on with the racing, which may be maybe in lap 21? And we got Sorbanta's car, who I think is still disconnected. Yes, he is. So let's just ignore that. So Phoenix is currently running 9th, which should be 8th. Well, position will just change down at the end when everyone records it. So Phoenix in 9 currently, Maverick in 10, Freeman in 11, Mushroom running in 12 now, and Greenwell in 13. So we got 5 drivers out of the Australian Grand Prix here today. Not too well, but we still got an excellent race ahead of us. So let's see how well this race is going to finish. 3 safety cars in the race. Can't say it hasn't happened before. That Mercedes not sounding too well. There was a car engine not sounding too well there for a second. I'm not sure if I'm missing the notification when the safety car is going in from race control, or if I'm just not, or if they're just not showing it at the moment. I know they released another update not too long ago. Oh, that's Phoenix from that 5-second penalty. Collision with Maverick there. It is very easy, as I said, to get into it with the car in front of you when you're under safety car. So we're just going to have to wait until I get back racing, which I assume should be on the next lap, which as soon as we get started lap 22. That leaves up maybe just under 8 laps of racing. Not a lot of time for Poison to work his way back up. So I think if he doesn't finish on pole in this race, or if he finishes off the podium, he is going to be rethinking his strategy here. Okay guys, there we have it. Safety car is going to be in on this lap and we should be getting back to racing again. Let's see what's going to happen out front. We got Sana currently leading, Libo in second, Bait in third. That's our top three at the moment. Poison was leading, now down into seventh. Let's see how fast he can work his way back up the field at the moment here. And let's see, so for driver of the day, we got Libo with the most position changes so far, running in second. I think he's the best candidate for driver of the day at the moment. We also got Starmark Luck 14 and, well, let's not worry about 8th right now. So between Luck 14 and Starmark, they also did 10 overtake, gain 10 positions each from the start. And we're back racing again. Let's see how turn 1 is about to go, as we got Bait just very close to Libo right now. He might be trying to take away P2 from him. If he can actually get it done, not sure. He's going to want to be careful not to risk anything. Oh, and we got Libo trying to get past Sanat out in front there, I think. Quite a few positions changing down at the back right now between Phoenix and Mushroom. We got Freeman moving up a position there as well. Oh, a car going wide. I think that was a Haas, not sure. Scotty is down quite a few positions here. Poison running in 6th. Sana still leads the race. Libo still in second, Bait still in third, Starmark in 4th, Luck 14 still running 5th. Something has happened to Scotty on that restart. They're not 100% sure on what that was, but he did drop quite a few positions going down. Freeman with a 3-second penalty there now. Oh, we got a virtual safety car for whatever incident happened. I'm not 100% sure on what that incident was. This virtual safety car should be ending pretty shortly though. And we should get back to racing here again. So 3 safety cars and 1 VSC for this session so far. Quite an interesting afternoon. As we know it, there's going to be no overtaking during a virtual safety car, and everyone's going to have to reduce the speed a little bit, and it's actually already ending, so we're back racing again. Let's see whose closest gap we have. We got Poison just behind Luck 14. He's going to be putting on some pressure. I think he's already trying to go side by side with him. That was actually pretty close between the front wing of Poison's car to Luck 14's rear end there. I'm surprised no one got any damage off of that. They're going pretty well so far still. Libo is about just under a second behind Senat out in front. Bait under half a second behind Libo there as well. As we got Poison still chasing down Luck 14. Mushroom is about 1.4 seconds behind that battle going. I think Poison is looking for a gap to go and he's just not getting one, with Luck 14 placing his car just in the right position just to block him to get past at the moment. Not sure how long more he's going to be able to hold off Poison's car. And there we go, Poison has got ahead of Luck 14, is now into 5th running. Let's see how many more positions he's going to be able to gain in the next 4 laps or so. 4 or 5 laps. Oh, well, 5-6 laps actually, sorry. Scotty with another 3-second penalty, so I'm not sure what's happened to Scotty's race. He's now down to 13th. Still following Poison. Chasing down Starmark now, trying to get alongside him. Not able to do it as yet, as we got Luck 14 come on under pressure from Mushroom right now. Oh, I honestly thought they were going to touch there for a second. Oh, and that's Luck 14's car, I think, into the wall. Yep, it is. Not sure who he got into it with. I think might have been Mushroom. I'm not sure if there was contact between the two of them, but he's had severe wing damage here now. He's gonna have to go back into the pits again. Poison now up into P4. Log 14 with a 3-second penalty. He might be frustrated and driving there right now because it's gone very horrible for him for this race. He started in 15, got all the way up there into the points, and now is all the way out of it in 11th. Not sure if he's going to be able to make it back into the points in time because he does have to take a pit stop with that broken wing now. Gaps are increasing a little bit. We still have under a second. The gaps are between top three. That's Sanat, Libo, and Bait running. Following the three of them right now. Let's see how well that's going to go. Yeah, I'm quite sure this battle is going to go all the way to the end of the race here between Sanat, Libo, and Bait. Oh, and that's another car off. That was Poison getting off track a little bit. I think he might have lost the rear end. I'm not sure if it was a bit of understeer. He is now back down into 7th. Has to work his way all the way back up again. Oh, we got Mushroom getting past Starmuck here. I know Starmuck is able to get that back. It doesn't look like it's going to happen as yet. So Sana still leads off of Libo, off of Bait. Mushroom now up into P4. Greenwell running in P5 right now. Just got past Starmug there. Oh, they're still fighting it out actually, I think. Poison fighting it out for P6. Oh, a bit of close contact between the two of them. Someone is off. That's Starmug's car into the wall, I think there, but he might have spun around. Lost part of his front wing. He is falling down the field there now as well. A lot of drama happening down to the end of the race here. So Greenwell in 5th. Poison running in 6th now. Trying to catch up to Greenwell. Freeman is 7. Phoenix running 8. Starmuck now currently running 9. Is about to be passed by Cervantes' car. Maverick running 11. Scotty 12. Lock 14 all the way down into 13. Oh, and Bait with a 3-second penalty. Not going too well with these penalties in the race. It definitely is going to affect positions to coming down to the end. As I got Bait getting very close to Libo's car right now. They're running into lap 26 now. And I got Phoenix getting very close to Freeman as well. Trying to keep an eye on who's going to be the closest battle happening here. I got Phoenix getting past Freeman here now. I think Freeman might have made a mistake there. Not sure. As he's trying to get back to Phoenix here. Not sure if he's going to be close enough. He might want to actually stay behind the Mercedes there for now. Which he does. Oh, and he goes straight into the back of the Mercedes car. And what's happened to Phoenix's car? They're both off track right now, trying to get back on track. Not ending too well for them. Mercedes losing a chunk of his front wing. I know Freeman has some damage on his car there as well. Both left side of the front wings are damaged. Both of them will probably have to do another pit stop there. So quite a lot of frustrated drivers we're having on this session happening here with the races the way they're going. Let's get back out in front, see what's happening up there. Mushroom another 3-second penalty. He's running in 4th. So I got Sanat still leading. Libo is under a second behind him. Bait under a second behind Libo as well. So still a good battle happening with top 3 cars right now for the lead of the race. Sanat not making it easy though for Libo and Bait, because Bait still has to get past Libo to get a chance to challenge Sanat for the lead there. Libo is trying to keep Bait behind and trying to catch up to Sanat at the same time. Not easy job that he has there at the moment. Maverick getting past Freeman there as well. That's Scotty with a 3-second penalty. They're currently on lap 27 and going. There's about 2.5 laps remaining in the race, so not a lot of time for positions to be gained here. So we got Phoenix getting in, Freeman getting into the pit there as well to repair their damaged front wings and then getting back out. So they're probably going to be out of the points when they do get back out here. And Freeman was speeding in the pit lane, got a 5-second penalty for that. Rock 14 and Storm might have a chance to actually get in the points here if they can actually get past. They are a little bit ways behind though. Oh, I think they might be getting past. Lock 14 still needs I think he's probably a little bit too far back. I'm not sure as yet. We're going to have a look at that as we got Bay getting very close to Libo's car right now. Following on board with him right now. Let's see what's happening here. I got Poison getting very close to Greenwell as well. Trying to get past there. Let's see if the house driver is going to make it easy for him or not. Greenwell is actually very close to Mushroom's car there as well. So quite a bit of a battle going on for P4 here. Block 14 just behind Freeman. Might be trying to get away with a P12 if he can. Freeman just behind Phoenix there as well. They both came out to the pace at the same time. There's going to be a little bit of a battle happening down at the back of the field as well. Now we have 13 drivers remaining. It's been quite an interesting race for the Australian Grand Prix here today. I'm still trying to keep an eye out on front with Sanat, Libo and Bait to see what's happening with them. Poison trying to keep that car steady and chase down Greenwell. He might be seriously rethinking that pit stop that he took on that safety car there, because it's really becoming difficult for him to try and catch it back and get back out in front. He was doing it well until he had a bit of an incident, had to fall back, and then we had another safety car happen. So that didn't end too well for him. He is getting quite close to Greenwell's car. Not sure if he's going to be able to find a gap to go on here. And we've just begun the final lap of the Australian Grand Prix here with ISRL Academy. So Tier 1. Guys, not driving a bad race, I would say. It's been quite an interesting session from them. Still following along with Poison as he's trying to go side by side with Greenwell. I think he's gotten past there now. Yes, he has. So Greenwell now down with a 6th. Poison now up into 5th on the very last lap of the race here. I got Maverick just getting a position off of Banta's car there as well. Let's get back out in front to see what's happening. Bait is still trying to get a position away from Libo here, who's currently running in 2nd. Sanat leading the race, and let's see what's happening with him out front. We're going to follow him for the remainder of the session, at least try to. Unless we have any more extremely close gaps going. Let's see how positions are going to change as these guys do go across the finish line very shortly here, though, as they're about to go into Sector 3. Because these penalties really do tend to affect track positions down to the end of a race. So I think it's going to be quite interesting. We have a yellow flag somewhere. Poison has retired his car. Poison and Mushroom are out of the race. Not sure what happened with the two of them. They might have gotten into it. And that's going to be a yellow flag going to the end of the race, which means no one can overtake around here. Maybe not in Sector 3 though. So Sanat finishes P1. Let's see how if it's keep their positions or not. Libo takes P2, Bait takes P3, Greenwell is coming across for P4. Oh, and Greenwell takes P3 away from Bait. Maverick moves up to P5 now. We're gonna have to just ignore Sarbanto's car here for P6. So Scotty should be, let's see, we're still with Maverick here as he's coming around now. So that's Mushroom and Poison out of the race. No points scored for them here now. Now that's going to be Maverick's car in 5th, and Scotty should be finishing 7th, which should push him up into 6th if Sarbanto's car is not counted. I'll just count it as 7 for now. We got Starmuck finishing in 8th. And I got Phoenix should be coming around in 9th. I think he went into that wall a little bit there. So Starmuck's in 8th. Phoenix goes up to 9th. Freeman comes 10th. And Lock 14 should be coming around in 11th. And I think he should be moving up into 10th, getting that final point of the race there. Let's see who got driver of the day. Oh, and that goes to Sarbanto's car. How disappointing. I'm quite sure that the guys will be picking someone else who should be next in place for that. We have had this happen on multiple occasions actually, so not new to us. So Mercedes on top for this race actually. Not too bad from Santa. They're winning that race. Alright, so let's see final positions as they are. And there we go. So Sanad is P1, Libo takes P2, Greenwell takes P3, Bait takes P4, Maverick takes P5. We're just gonna switch it down. I'm just gonna hit it out anyway. So Scotty's taking P6, Tarmac is 7th, Phoenix is 8th, Block 14 is gonna be 9th, and Freeman goes down to 10th. Oh, a 5-second. Oh, that's a lot of penalties. 17 seconds of penalties. Mushroom didn't finish. Poison didn't finish. Marky didn't finish. Atmos, Rasta, Durand, and Sprunky did not get to finish the race. So that is it for the Australian Grand Prix here today for ISRL Academy Tier 1. We'll see you guys again next week for that. We do have another race just after this one, so stay tuned for that.